Hi. So I totally chickened out on going live. Oh, my turkeys are in the backyard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a video and then upload. So I don't know why going live just really trips me out. So we're not doing that, but that's okay. This will work the same way because I'm just gonna roll with it. But I just wanted to show you this project. Look how beautiful. These things are amazing. This is the coolest thing I've seen in a really long time. Let's see. So this particular one is about 17 to 18 inches. There are bigger ones, like I think the sunflower one, the dimensions are a little bit wider. Because of this tail, it creates, the length of it. It can only cut as far as the bed of the laser. But so I just wanted to show you how it's all stacked together right now, and it comes in pieces. So you just have to paint each individual piece. I hope the quality of the video looks good. It's hard to tell. I'm looking at it like this. I don't have all the great technology that everybody else has when they do these. I just have my cell phone. But anyway, so each piece comes off and each one will be painted individually. My workstation is a complete hot mess here, and that's okay. That's how I roll. And, if you judge that, then, God bless you. That's fine. But here, so it comes apart in pieces. So if you'll notice, you don't actually have to paint anything that's under here, or anything, or this at all too. So when you're painting, it actually can take a lot less time because you're only painting the first layer for the wings and the body, and then the second layer you're only painting the intricate part, and then it's the third layer that we're going to paint, and then the top layer that goes on top of that. So I'm going to stick pretty basic. I'm just going to make a beautiful dragonfly that is amazing with the colors that were shown in the example. I am going to use a paintbrush to get just for faster application. Normally we use the sponges for this because it's just when you want to dab, you really want to be really light with your paint. So I'm showing you some bad habits, but you know what? After doing this for so long, you kind of get the groove, and you can use whatever you want. So again, just keep in mind, we only have to do what's shown. So anything that doesn't show doesn't need to be painted, such as the centerpiece. And as you can see, these are, it's like a puzzle, comes apart, which gives, which affords us to make it larger. So I'm going to start with the lighter colors first, because that way we can just mix the paint and not have to worry about cleaning the brushes much. I don't like cleaning my brushes. I actually just keep going from one color to the next, and I just make a big mess out of it. And you can do your dragonfly in any color, or your butterfly, or your bumblebee, or whatever one that you choose to do. Any colors you want. You don't have to do the colors that I have done. I'm just doing it in the colors that were shown because it's easier, and I just want to show you how fun and easy this project is. I mean, it's just so beautiful, so fast. And oh, another thing I started doing is putting these plastic sheets behind things so that I don't get because this table just sucks up the paint. It's not, even though it's acrylic, some reason it just sucks up the paint. It likes paint, so it's hard to clean. But we're gonna do some blending. So I'm gonna start with the base of that beautiful yellow out towards the edge. And again, you could dab it, and then sometimes I'll drag it just so it's smooth. And the smoother the paint is, the quicker it'll dry. I have the back door open, which is why you're hearing my turkeys, because they're out the back door in the backyard. Also put the dogs out there too. So like if the UPS man comes, or anybody actually drives by, they will start barking. So I apologize in advance for any crazy noises that you're gonna hear. But it's a beautiful sunny day, so I really wanted to have the doors open, and they're finally, I live in Washington State, so it's very, the weather has been actually fairly cold for this time of year. Even for planting, like usually like we do like the last frost or whatever, but it's been like, I don't know, it snowed not that long ago. Even our passes were closed because of the snow. So let's grab some white. So I'm actually using a neon yellow and and then what's the green? I think I'm gonna lighten this up a little bit. And then just some regular spring green. And then I also pulled out some neon blue because I was thinking about how we could kind of make them look a little more bright. I like this. Yeah, I need the white in there. It's just not bright enough without that white. But so I got some neon blue and some regular cobalt blue. And again, any color you want. You can have whatever you want. You can have these ones, or you can have, I actually really like purple, so I was gonna try to incorporate some purple into this. I might do that, just depends on how this comes together. I'm not being very careful about the edges, which I kind of talk about a lot. It looks more finished when the edges stay dark, so because it's laser cut, so it has a burn on the edge and it just keeps it looking really, really sharp when you do that. But I mean, if you've watched these videos, if you've met me in person, you know I am just a hot mess, and I am okay with how I handle my business. Being a hot mess, I'm real good at it, and I'm okay with it. I don't do perfection. I do just mess and fun and low stress and just enjoying the journey to the end result of what you're about to do. So I have a bucket of water here, and you can wash your brush off. I also have baby wipes, which are really good acrylic paint and baby wipes. Buco awesome. They just clean really well. I'm going to start introducing the neon blue and just see, it might need the white too to kind of pop off of this. This is MDF. And so the MDF acts a little bit differently than wood, and that's okay. It's just a different medium because wood has gotten out of control expensive, and I'm not having it. I still want to continue to do these projects, but I need to be able to keep it affordable. Let's see if we can get some white in here and just blend it all in. Those are my turkeys, Sisu and Rangu, and they are not happy. Their living situation's changed a little bit. They started being a little aggressive towards my husband, so we moved them out of the main area and gave them their own little place. I keep forgetting they have a girlfriend, and she's back here, so I think that they're kind of frustrated about that, but that's all right. So just blending the paint on here. That's what sponges do really well. You just kind of tap and push the paint a little bit, and it'll give you that watery, that's my rooster. He's upset. So, okay, everybody, there's a lot of drama here. He's upset because we also changed his living situation. He's in with the old lady. We call them the old ladies, the retirement ladies, because they're older and they get picked on by the younger chickens. So we put him in with them because we already have a rooster in with the younger ladies, which are on one side of the fence. But the fences are very close to each other, so they get to see each other. And the ducks happen to be on the other side of the fence too. And this particular rooster grew up with my ducks because he got incubated by the mama duck. And so he wants to be with the ducks, and the ducks are on this side of the fence and he's on that side of the fence with the old ladies, because those old ladies are too old to fight with the younger chickens. Chickens are brutal, by the way. I had no idea. I really did not. But okay, so we're going to continue. So you see how this is looking all watery colored and stuff? It's so pretty. I absolutely adore it. In general, in real life, I really love dragonflies. Like, I like them as a bug. But as decor, it's never really been my thing. So I don't really make a whole lot of dragonfly stuff. But I like them as a bug. So when they're outside, I always talk to them and visit with them. And they always seem to be around and land on my hand. And oh, this is so fun. These are fun colors. Oh, there's some glitter, which wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't, I think that's black glitter. Scratch and paint. Okay. And you can see how I just fixed that. So I made a scratch in it and then I just blended it back on with my finger. Let's get some of that off. Yeah, it's black glitter from this. I made this as an example for one of the file makers that I buy my files from. And it has glitter inside the bumblebee, and some of it fell out because I didn't know how much to put in. But that's okay. Okay. Oh, stop it with the glitter. Stop it. Anyway, so as you can see, this is like turning into this really fun, pretty, watery color. Just mess, really. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason. I can't explain to you how to get exactly what I'm doing, but you'll get a version of this that will be just your own kind. So if you like I said, if you add more purple, or if you wanted more green, or I mean, I've seen, you know, the pinks on them, and you can just go crazy. And this is this is the money part, right? This is where the colors shine through, because the rest of it is just black and white. So this is really where you want to put all your creativity into. And just that really fun, all that blendy color. And again, you notice I have not really cleaned my brush. I'm just going back and forth between. So you can use a brush, or you can use the sponges, and you can still get that fun watery color out of it. And just decide what your style is, and then you can do that. Yeah, so pretty. I can't wait. I want to do the hummingbird one so bad. But you guys all voted on the dragonfly, which is fine. It's beautiful too. I think it's beautiful. It was a good choice. I'm lighten this up right through here. And also keep in mind that you don't see the whole pattern, right? You see pieces of it because it is behind the lacy looking wing. What are those called? All these little decorations are on top of that, and that's all going to be black. So it's going to really pop the color that you choose to put on these wings. And again, remember, this is not showing. And actually, I think it's just like right here, which I'm going to make a little bit of a purpley color, I think. And then the tail area too we have to do. But this right here does not get shown, so there's no point in painting that part. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, I love this. Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't think I'm going overboard now, right? I'm getting crazy with the blendies. That is just so pretty. Ooh. The ducks are out there. There's a little pond that they're playing in. Also, I always do this. I always go, do as I say, don't do as I do. Letting them have like the layers dry between layers is actually going to be a little bit better for you. So your colors will be more vibrant if you let it dry between layers, because what I'm doing is I'm just putting it on and sometimes it wipes it off. You'll notice that sometimes the color will get less because I'm wiping the color off. But I just work with it. I just work with it, and whatever happens, happens. Oh, I wanted that to be more yellow though. That's okay. Again, I'm just gonna feather it in, and I'm gonna mirror it because normally it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a mirror on each side. They're gonna be similar. Ooh, yeah. So just keep that in mind when you're making it. It does, I mean, it's not have to be perfect, but they do have very similar, just like a butterfly, similar markings on each side. And then I really did want to get a little bit more yellow on the end. I'm just using paper plates, like literally paper plates to mix paint on, which the paper plate, I like to use the plastic because the plastic plates, the paint won't disappear. On the paper plates, it'll soak into it. So you end up getting like a wet, soggy paper plate. Which is fine, I guess, but like I said, I'm working with it. I'm just doing what I can. But I just can't find the plastic ones, or I think they're styrofoam ones. Can't find them right now because if I showed you around, what you're seeing, the mess you're seeing is just a little tiny piece of it. It's actually a huge disaster in here. And I don't care because I'm busy. Beautiful. All right, I did say I was going to use some purple. Let me get some purple. Well, maybe just a little bit because I don't want to change. Okay, I don't know how to pour paint. I don't know what a little bit looks like. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll just make like a blue purple. So a little bit of blue, a little bit of purple. And we've got this neat. Ooh. All right. So let's do that. Ooh, yeah. Oh, and I think I'll need some white just to give it some more opaqueness. Like I said, the MDF kind of sucks the paint right into it. So more layers is better for this. But it's less expensive, so we can have more. We can do more. You might notice that other people do projects and their projects are more expensive than mine, and that's why. It's because of what I'm using. And it's not, I don't think there's anything wrong with the quality of it. Absolutely not. I think it's still a great product and it does great things. I mean, you can see, you'll see at the end, it'll be hard. You won't be able to tell the difference between this project and somebody who's using wood unless they have it exposed. So unless you can see the wood, so like stain, like if they were going to leave this as wood colored, then you would see a difference. But if they're not, then honestly, there's really not too much of a difference. I'm just going to blend that out because I'm not exactly sure where the little lines go. So if they, I don't want any part of that wood exposed. I just want color, color, color. Beautiful. Maybe just a little bit of purple in the middle. Let's see if I can get that to blend out nicely. Just a watery color look. That's kind of wiping the paint off. Okay. Never mind. I'll go back to my brush. I'm going too fast. It's not getting a chance to dry before I'm putting more layers of paint on. I would say these projects are not meant to be speed done. They're meant to be enjoyed. They're meant to go slowly. They're meant to have, you know, thought and creativity put into them. So don't rush through them. That's not the point of these. So I'm going to move these out of the way so that they can dry. I'm going to put them off to the side. And then I'm going to work on my next layers. So the one that's going to sit on top of that is going to be this one. And this one is basically, you can do whatever you want. You can do it in white. You can do it in black. You can do it in another color if you want to, because, I mean, shoot, it could be anything. It could be anything, whatever you want. Like I said, I'm just going to stick with the basics. And this part does not have to be painted in. But what I'm doing is I'm using it to lessen up the thickness of the paint on the brush. Because if you have too much paint, and I'm laying the brush down sideways, we don't want to, if you go this way, you'll hit the edges and then you'll have wet paint in between the grooves. And we don't want that. And that's actually what's good for sponging, is that you can dab, dab, dab. Put that down. And then you can get the paint on like this too. So, but if you push too hard, you end up with that paint in between. So, I mean, you can use all sorts of tools. You can use all sorts of ways to get there. It's your preference, whatever you want to do. My kits come with the sponges because it just makes sense for me to be able to send out. I can send out a ton of them. I also do sponge brushes, so like a brush similar to what I'm using, but with the sponge on the top. I am currently out of those. I just had a paint party where I paint canvases, and we used them all. So I got to get some more supplies, but I live on an island and it's hard to leave sometimes. So I'll order them, but then I forget, and then they don't get here in time. So sometimes I have to venture off island to go get my supplies. There's nothing here on this island. No fast food. Well, we have a Thai place, but it's, you know, they cook it. It's beautiful. It's not fast food. It's not like McDonald's or anything like that. That's fast food. That's what I consider fast food anyway. But I'm trying to paint this as fast as possible so we can see the end result, and you don't have to take 4 hours out of your day to watch me paint something that it's incredible. It's definitely worth the time, like I said, but I think it'd be more fun if you're painting it than watching me paint it, right? Okay, and I'm just taking care, like this doesn't have to be painted, but what I see is these little chunky parts of the paint, and we don't want that because it won't dry. And if it doesn't dry, when we go to glue it, it won't glue. It'll just sit there. And I definitely want to show you the finished product. So, and that's going to include gluing. This kit is absolutely amazing. And again, I cut all of these kits right here in this room. I used to have, I used to put it in the garage, but it was so hard because the garage is like the furthest point from this room. So I'd have to run to the garage and push play, or push cut, I guess, not play, but, and then look at my computer and make sure everything was lined up, and then go change out the wood, and then, so I just do it here now. And I have a really good exhaust system so that when it's cutting, it's not filling the room full of smoke, because it is a laser. I mean, it cuts, it's burning the wood. But this is looking so beautiful, so beautiful. I'm not going to say this isn't a lot of work, but I'm just saying for minimal amount of work, it's such a great end result. And I'm trying not to miss anything, because you will see, if you miss it, it'll be very obvious that it's not painted. You are going to get paint on your fingers, but again, baby wipes or just wash your hands. It comes right off. It's all acrylic. It's non-toxic. So you can, let's say you're enjoying a beverage, any kind of beverage, and you stick your paintbrush into it. You're not going to die. It won't hurt you. You won't like the taste of it. I promise you that, but it won't, it's not bad for you. So again, I'm using these paper plates. My kits come with this styrofoam plate, which I think, here, I'll show you. I threw it in the garbage because as you can see, it's all been chewed up. And actually, so like when you have paint on there, it stays right on top. It doesn't come off. So it's really, it really works well. Whereas these dishes right here are starting to warp even because the liquid starts to get sucked into the plate. But it's chewed up because my baby goat, who is a bottle baby and needs to be fed every so many hours, I keep her in here with me sometimes, and she was chewing on that, I think teething maybe, I don't know, she chews on everything. So I just threw it out. Okay, I don't see any missed spots. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks good to me. Okay, and then also the welcome was also black, so I'm just gonna set it on top because it doesn't matter if I get black paint on stuff, right? Because it's all black. So we're just gonna go around and get this all painted in. And these are all pieces that come with it. So you will have every single thing you need to make this happen. I am going to do local classes. So if you're local to me, you can come to a class. And basically, I will be there to help you, but it's all on you. So you're just going to choose your colors. You're going to paint it. And then I'm going to show you how to glue it together. Which it's not hard, obviously. You just it all got taken apart. But Casey, please don't bark. Don't bark. If they hear things they don't know what they are, they start barking. And I have a Chihuahua who barks at everything. Everything is scary, so he barks. And then when he barks, the big dog barks because she's like, I got your back. What is it? Who's here? What is it? And then it's just nonstop. Ooh, looking good. I'm so excited. I love this. Actually, I don't know. The bumblebee, the hummingbird, oh, the butterfly. Oh my gosh. They're all just so amazing. They're so pretty. They're just so pretty. Decorate your door. All right. Make sure we don't miss any spots. I think I have gotten it all. All right, so let's put that down. Let's wipe our hands off because the next piece, which is this one, is going to be white. So I'm going to remove this over to here. I can put this on top because the back of it doesn't matter if it gets paint on it. It's the front that we're worried about. And let me see, actually, I might use the baby wipe method. Let's see if I can do that without too much. Although, here, let's see. Sometimes we paint with the baby wipe, but a lot of times we do it when we want to have distressing. If I can do this and then put a second coat on it, might work out this way too. So as you notice, I'm wiping it on. It's the same way you would wipe it off. Yeah, I can see that it's a little lighter than it normally would be if you would be painting it with a paintbrush, but look how quick I did this. I mean, come on. Lickety splits. Boom. Painted. Trying to get this done as quick as possible, so that looks pretty good. So let it dry a little bit, and then we can put a second layer on that afterwards. Okay, so this is almost completely dry. This is not, so I'm going to move it over to on top of some paint bottles. I'm going to move this away. And oh, look how cute that looks. All right, and then I think I have another one of those right here. Where is it? I'm just going to put one on top. Now we don't have to worry about getting the blue, the black onto anything, because here's a wet spot right there. So we'll just put that on top of that. Boom. Then we'll bring back our colored pieces. And again, this is just like a puzzle. I mean, it literally just goes together like a puzzle. So you set them together. They're cut perfectly. They're super, super snug. Snug it all up. And then you're going to take the next layer. Put it right on top. Oh, glitter, glitter, glitter. I love glitter, but this is not the right color, so look how pretty this is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, I just want to look at it first before I put it all together. With glue, I mean. Okay, so this has to go a little bit more white. Are you seeing this? Freaking love it. Oh my gosh, this might be my most favorite thing ever. Okay, wow. Oh my gosh, I want to make them all now. Like, now I just want to spend my whole day making these, and I cannot. I have other things I gotta do. Gosh darn responsibilities. So I'm going to put one more layer of white on here just to give it really a real nice coating, because again, like if it was wood, it would have a little bit, it would be a little bit more opaque. Like it would not